Coming up on the show this week, we discuss how to produce your own bike.
Ooh, and would you invest in these products or no? It's
the Lampshades Show! Yes, welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with chain reaction cycles, of course. Proudly supported by those guys. And this week added the Lake Samson.
And Mr. Ashton.
Dude, how are you?
Very good, thanks.
I'm good. You've had a busy week.
Very busy.
Building things in your garage.
Oh, yeah, storing my bike.
Any riding?
A lot of riding in the cold weather. Getting muddy.
Now I have got a packed show for you this week. I've got a quiz for you, a funding quiz that I found on Kickstarter.
Yes,
I do like going on Kickstarter.
It's very funny.
I've got some good things for you on there. But first, I want to talk to you about building your own bike.
Oh,
this is going to be cool, right? Because, you know, the Athertons have got their own bike.
Yeah, they have
announced it.
Yeah. It looks very nice.
So basically, these bikes are 3D printed.
Wow, so you can super custom design them and all that.
To the, you know, the micromillimeter. You can basically like tap in the measurements of this bike and press print, and it will go and make the lugs for that bike. You then attach the tubes of carbon.
Yeah.
And you've got your bike.
So you can get a name printed into it.
It's way beyond names, dude. Oh, this is like actual lug design, you know, geometry design, strength, just like, you know, working on brand new suspension ideas. They can just come up with this stuff and do it. So Atherton bikes could be very, very cool. It also means they won't be like holding stock. They'll only have to build what is sold.
What's being sold, yeah.
Yeah, so it's incredible, this idea. But it did get me thinking about how do you build your own bike? Because these guys have got investors. They've got a guy from Dragon's Den. Piers Linney. That's the guy, Jack. Thanks. Jack's in contact with him. He's got an idea about that. That website you want to do. What's it called? Don't say its name.
Stuff that weighs the same as other stuff.
Yeah, stuff that weighs the same as other stuff. He already owns the channel, so don't try and beat him to it. But he's looking to get investment. I think that's going to happen.
It's not
anyway, Atherton Bikes has got funding. That is going to be rad. But I wanted to talk about how do you produce your own bike. Now, I've got a little bit of experience in that, haven't I, Blake?
You've designed your own bike, Ashton Bikes. It was a trials bike.
Yeah, and
first design ever with that, you know, low slung, the trials bike.
Yeah. We evolved the trials rider design. We evolved the street trials design. We got into a bit of dirt jump building. You rode one of our bikes on the Diamondback range.
Yep.
Yeah. So I started to think about how I built bikes, and that was really about mass production in China. Basically, low cost. I had to buy a certain amount of frames, and then they built them. Right, but I thought there's other ways to do it. So I met up with some guys in the office who happened to have a bit of experience themselves. And this is what they told me. Right, so as I said, we're going to talk about creating our own bikes, and I've got two experts here. I've got Toff and Claudio. They work on GMBN and EMBN behind the scenes. Very important guys, and they're very, very busy actually as well. They do all the hard work. But they're also experts in building bikes. Claudio, bamboo bikes. Toff done a bit of welding, steel builds, and I've done aluminium builds. So I thought we'd play a little bit of Master Biker. Dun, 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 dun.
I came across bamboo bikes in Beijing. I moved over there and needed something to do with my time. Within a weekend, pretty much, you could build your own bike from scratch, from having no prior knowledge of anything whatsoever. All the joints are carbon fiber and epoxy wrapped. And this one up front here I had to redo. This is actually Biotex flax. It's a sort of hemp substitute. Each other part that any other component goes into is metal. So there's a metal head tube, metal insert here, bottom bracket, and dropouts. These are the bamboo poles that we're actually building a bike at the moment. This is the down tube. We use a Dremel to actually get the mitering to make it fit everything. Make sure that connection is nice and clean. It's really difficult to make it fine. The wrapping of each of the lugs is really difficult, but once you actually get into the swing of things, you build a few of them, that's one of the easiest, most satisfying. So start to finish, you can have a bike riding down the road that looks a bit rough, 20 hours. That looks pristine, minimum 40 hours. And it's amazing how much time the actual cleaning up of the joints takes. The most rewarding thing is the fact that you've built it yourself, I think.
Cool, so this is my new gravel bike. Yeah, it's a steel frame, Philip brazed. Philip brazing is when you essentially glue these metals together using brass. Yeah, so you just heat up the tubes, squidge it in a bit like glue, and it's just a really nice, easy way you can build a frame to whatever dimensions you want. I actually learned this at the Bicycle Academy with a guy called Tom Sturdy and Ed, which were really cool. Showed me how to do it, and it's pretty janky at the moment, but it'll be finished soon. So it took me about 40 hours to build this frame. That's probably because I'm quite slow at it and I didn't really know that much about what I was doing, and it's a lot of filing. The most enjoyable thing about building it is like when you can get 2 tubes to butt together really nicely, because it takes quite a lot of work, and yeah, it's nice when it comes together. Well, and getting a bike out of it, like, that's also the best thing. The geometry for me was like a little bit of a fun thing, because there's a few gravel bikes in the market that are quite mountain bikey already, but I basically just wanted to sort of see how far we could do with that. So really slack head angle, it's actually 69 degrees. I actually went for like boost spacing on the rear as well, which is a bit funny because it might be quite tricky to get the chain line right. Yeah, it's just a fun experiment really. Don't know how it's gonna ride yet. So it's not finished yet. I normally like raw bikes because they're quite fun, but it will get some paint on it soon. Let me know what you think. Yeah, so this is my first bike I've built. I'd like to maybe do like a dirt jump hardtail next, just because I'm quite particular about that sort of thing. Yeah, it would be cool to move on to like a full suspension bike afterwards, but that's way harder with all the pivots and everything. Probably cost me a bit too much. Like a figure would be 2.5 grand, maybe 3 grand.
Ouch!
But that's including like a frame building course. These tires are quite cool. They are a remold from like the first Joe Murray tire, which was like one of the original mountain bike tires. I want it to be nice.
Okay, so back in 2003, I started my own bike brand, Ashton Bikes, and I produced trials bikes because that was my area of expertise. This is an example of one of my bikes. This is the Ashton Justice, which was the first design that I created. Now, I drew this bike in my kitchen on a computer using Adobe Illustrator. I didn't know how to use CAD back in the day. And basically, I was ordering as small amount of bikes as I possibly could from a Chinese factory that produced aluminium bikes. And basically, I didn't speak Chinese and they didn't speak English. The only way to talk was through drawings. So I had to go to college, learn to use CAD, because my Adobe Illustrator drawings weren't quite up to scratch and they didn't know what I was talking about. And you have to talk in measurements, basically. So I basically gave them the design for this bike. I'd measured it all out. What I wanted to do was get a long and low bike, a really small seat height, so when that bike was up on its back wheel, it would twist really quickly when you're hopping around on the back wheel for trials. Really high bottom bracket, short rear end, so it would really twist when you're up on the back wheel. And a nice long reach at the front. That over the years got longer and longer, and if you look at any competition trials bike now, it's even longer. They're incredibly long, those bikes now. I really love this design, still do. I created this little plastic seat which hinted at my motorcycle trials background. The mould for this seat cost me a fortune. I actually had to borrow a lot of money off of my friends and family to buy it. And this mould still exists in China somewhere, so if anyone wants to buy some trial seats, let me know. I also produced another bike. This one's one of my favourites. Another bike I produced was the Ed Tung Special 24. Now this bike's really interesting because it was the first 24-inch wheeled street trials bike, and it was the precursor to bikes you see someone like Danny McCaskill or Fabio Widmer or Ali Clarkson riding now, because there wasn't such a thing as street trials bikes back then. Danny Mac saw one of these, thought I'd love one of them, and he got his mate Dave Cleaver at Inspired Bikes to make him one, and well, the rest is history. So I like to claim my little bit of magic of Danny Magnus there. So my experience is building aluminium bikes. I wanted to produce, say, 50 at a time, and the only way I could do it was by that minimum quantity order over in the Far East. Cheap, cheerful, but it works. So there we go. Brilliant. You guys are geniuses. I actually think you've done a better job than me. Your one looks sick, even though it's not finished. Yeah. And your one, I just love that you can grow a bike out of the ground.
Yeah, sort of.
That is incredible. Interestingly, you both said the most rewarding thing is getting these bits to match up.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the most rewarding bit.
That's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, if ever there was evidence that you can produce your own bike, then these guys are it. They've done incredible jobs, and those bikes are amazing. I can't wait to see this one come together.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. So, you've got no excuses. Are you going to build your own bike? Yes or no? Let us know in the comment section down below. Yeah!
Nice.
Good, eh?
The bamboo bike's super sick. But
nice.
Toff's bike, I do like how he's hand brazed all those weld. Oh man,
It's very cool, isn't it? Very cool. I like
cool.
the steel design.
Very
design.
hip.
Yeah,
I do like it.
Very nice, very
And
nice.
I've still got one of your bikes hanging up in my garage.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. I do like the bamboo bike. I like it. You can just grow it out the floor. That's hilarious. That is brilliant. Right, we should take a look at some news. So we're going to jump to the future, which isn't now, but is, well, then.
Over there.
So what's happening in the world of mountain bikes this week? Well, we've had some more photos of those Atherton bikes, a nice side-on view of that Dave Weigel designed bike, 29er, looking long and slack. They're also on Trick Stuff brakes. I've heard really good things about his brakes, super powerful. Back on Continental tyres and stands, no tubes. A couple of amazing videos have dropped this week. This first one is from BRADON BRINGHURST, and this is in Moab, ridden like you've never seen before on a Canyon Spectral. And an amazing video, as you've come to expect, from Chris Kyle and Red Bull, riding in Dubai, jumping out of helicopters, going down water parks. It's flipping amazing. Dartfest is here. There's been loads of great posts on Instagram, social media coming from the event, but unfortunately here's one of Sam Reynolds, the course designer and organiser, having a massive, bail off his bike and breaking his wrist, unfortunately. He's had surgery on that, so best of wishes to Sam. Can't wait to see what happens in the event.
Okay, quiz time. Yeah. Oh, God, I love this quiz, right?
Yes.
So I went on to Kickstarter and I was looking for fun things that are being built in mountain biking, great ideas, right? I didn't find many, but I found some things that maybe got funded or maybe they didn't, right?
Okay.
So on Kickstarter, you go on there, you say how much you want to raise, and then there basically is like a month window where you can, if you raise the money in that time, you get it from all the people who've said they'll give you some money.
Whoa.
But if you don't raise it in that time, it's not funded, and that's the end of it. Right?
The project
So
gets cancelled.
I've got these products, right? And I'm going to tell you when and how much they were looking for.
Okay.
And you got to tell me whether they got funded or not.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So the first one here is the shock stop seat post. Look at this. Look at that. What do you think of that? Okay, so you sit on it, it bounces up and down as you're riding. It takes the shock out of the riding, but because of that linkage, it means that you're not losing the sort of pedal stroke like you would if it was just a shock sticking straight up in your butthole.
Yeah,
You know?
okay. I like that. But
Yeah.
I don't like that. But
like
that
that.
looks good.
Yeah. You like the
I'll
look
take
of
that back. I
so,
like that.
So the question
Not
is,
there.
right, these guys at Shock Stop were looking for 20 grand, $20,000. Right, to get it started. So that's a lot of money. They need $20,000. This was in April in 2018. Blake, did this get funded or no?
Mr. Ashton,
Yeah.
I think they funded it.
You're right, it did get funded. Not only did it get funded, but in that first month, they raised how much?
So they wanted 20 grand.
They got 2,000 backers. How much did they raise? Come on, come on. Guessing?
56 grand.
56 grand. Jack?
25.
Neil in the back there, skiving.
35.
$430,000.
Whoa!
That's how
Retire.
much they raised. That's how much they raised. That's the truth. Right, next.
No way.
Next, we have got, look at this thing. Look at this thing.
What
It's
the
called
hell is that?
This is the Infinity Saddle. The Infinity Saddle. So basically, the idea
Infinity
is that
never
your
come back,
bum bones kind of hang like in a hammock situation on the
Oh,
seat,
okay.
and it basically means you don't get as tired a backside.
Right. Or
So-
just buy one of these cool ergon saddles. They're even better. That looks terrible.
Yeah, look, the Infinity Saddle was looking for $25,000 in October 2013, so it's a while back. It's a while back. They had a month to raise the money. Did they raise 25 grand?
Do you know what being a super unique, funny saddle? No.
No, it didn't get funded from Blake. Jack in the back.
No.
Neil, no, right. Let me just get the answer up. The answer is it got funded. It got funded. The Infinity Seat was funded in November
Well done.
2013. Successfully raised how much from 1,000 backers?
How much were they asking for?
25 grand. A lot
Oh, wow.
for the Infinity Saddle.
Oh, if the other one got 4.
Any
All right,
guesses?
100 grand.
100 grand.
100 grand, because there's a lot of crazy people.
£188,000.
£188,000.
£188,000. Right, the last one.
I like that saddle now.
It's good, isn't it? I bet they like it. Clever. Right, now, the last one is this SPURCYCLE bicycle belt. It's a bicycle belt.
No, I do like that.
It's a bicycle bell. It's
but it
not a
looks
new
different.
idea. They were looking for $20,000 to make this bicycle bell in August 2013. Did they get funded or not?
I would
That's what
fund
I'm
that.
asking you. You'd fund that of $20,000.
I wouldn't pay 25 grand for a bell.
They were looking for that money. The SPURCYCLE in August 2013 got funded.
Yes!
They raised $330,000. And the initial funding of 20 grand was raised in 24 hours.
Wow.
Exactly. Silence. What is going on Kickstarter?
Yeah, but that bell's real hip. I like that. It's not like one of those big burger bells.
It's a bell.
It looks cool. 20 grand? You want to fund that? Should we do
Really hurt my knuckles right then. Right, it's time for some fails and bells while we recover from the shocks of Kickstarter. Take a look at these crashes.
Send of the week, Mr. Ashton.
Yeah.
This is kicked off so good.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, if you've got a send of the week or a failed bail or a hack or a bodge or a bike vault, remember you can send them into the uploader. The link is down below. You go to the GMBN uploader and you put in all of your videos and photos in there. We love seeing what you're doing, and send of the week, like you said, is
love
going
it.
off.
It's kicking
We're
off.
getting to see, and this is great because everyone can do a send of the week. All you got to do is go a little bit harder than you normally do and video it. Show us it. Show us your triumphs. We've got a good one this week, haven't
We have. It's coming in from Carlos. He's got a Cube Stereo 140 race. He's from Monsanto Forest Park in Lisbon, Portugal.
Woo.
And he's recently built this new jump, so he didn't have any reference to how much fast he needed to go to hit it.
Right.
So he just sent it.
So have a look. Oh, it's a nasty looking jump.
That's a chasm.
Here we go. Let's see what he does. Oh, I hope he makes it.
Oh! Do you know it's a wide angle, so it's quite.
I tell you what,
Go a little bit faster.
he only
maybe.
just made that.
Whoa!
Now that is a send. That was literally millimeters from
Yeah.
disaster, and that is a horrible halt fall down.
And to guinea pig something with not knowing what the speed is like.
Fair
is-
play. Send of the week. I like that. Send of the week. Like, fair play. Oh, that's what we're all going to be doing from now on. Send. Like it. Neil?
I'm not.
Didn't think you would. Didn't think you
We
would.
will.
Didn't think
Boring
you
guy.
would. Didn't think you would.
Yeah.
That's all right. We will, and Neil will be doing it emotionally.
Yeah.
He will. He'll be
With his
doing
eyes
it.
like that.
So that was a great send of the week. We haven't quite worked out what we're going to give senders yet. But when
coming.
you're a
We-
sender, then we will we'll think of a prize. But we're just working on it. We're just working on it. We're going to come up with something good.
I think it's going to be
But
really
Carlos, that was fantastic.
Well done, Carlos.
Fantastic. You got to send it in.
Hacks and budgets, hacks and budgets.
You're hanging.
Neil. Whoa.
Yes, hacks and bodges time with chain reaction cycles. We're giving away £100.
£100
to the best hack or bodge from this week. And if you want to get involved and try and win this money, nothing's stopping you. We're starting off with Daniel, who's done this.
What is that?
Well, what he's done here is he's got a knackered old shoe that he found really comfy. He wanted a really grippy pair of shoes.
It looked like a pair of
But
Nikes.
it's just an old pair of trainers. But so what he did was he cut up and stuck a bit of Goodyear rubber on there.
Where did you get that good?
You
can
look
buy
at
that
You can
thing.
buy that. £10.
Wow.
Brand new pair of super grippy shoes.
Now that is a hack.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Very
Pretty
cool.
cool. It looks quite neat too.
That looks very. I thought it was part of the shoe.
No, he's done a very good job. Well done,
done.
Daniel. You are in the running
That's pretty good.
for £100. How does that feel? Pretty good.
Not good for that.
Blake, what have you got?
Well, this one.
Jack should have caught that.
This
really.
one, very cool. This is from the Peaceful Goon.
Look at that.
This guy
That's neat.
comes out of Spain. What he's did, he spent €2 on
Yeah.
a fisheye lens for his phone, and he's a beginner mountain biker. He loved downhilling, and he wanted to capture some of his
Oh,
stuff.
look, we've got footage.
Yeah,
Look at this.
look in there.
Oh, it's great.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's so that's riding footage from his phone.
Yeah.
Out on the road. That's brilliant.
And they bought this chest mount for
Yeah.
€10.
Brilliant. That's amazing.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
I like that a lot, and it's
I
neat.
like that.
It's
That's
neat.
very neat. And it matches his coat, so you don't even know he's filming.
Oh, it's very clever.
Yeah.
Very clever. Peace
Ouch!
and Goon, you're in the running. We've got, I don't know how I'm going to choose between those two. Last up, we have got John's. Okay, last up, we have got John's Cannondale.
Well, I don't see the mug got from last
No,
week's
it's
show.
not the same one. It's not the same one.
I see what he's done.
John has created a bump stop
Yes.
out of roadie grip tape.
Yeah.
And it's stopping his lefty swinging around and banging his
No, that's
frame on
clever.
the left-hand side. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
very
just to keep the colourway going, he's
Yeah.
put a little bit around the chainstays
I like
there.
that. I like that.
Just to make it look cool. And it actually does look like he's had a bit of a paint job on
It does look like he's done a paint
It's
job.
very good, it's very good. I don't think this meets up to Peaceful Goon and Daniel's level.
No,
That's
'cause
good.
that's good because-
It's good, and I tell you what, it's a sick bike. But it's not enough,
No.
right? So, we're picking between Peaceful Goon and Daniel. Blake, over to you. Ring the bell for whoever's getting £100. I love doing this. A voucher for Chain Wretched Cycles coming to
Daniel!
Daniel.
He could use that £100.
Ooh, sorry, fireworks going on.
Yeah, that was. You can use that £100 to buy a nice pair of riding shoes.
Yes, and keep those ones you've made spare, or just spend it on something else. Who knows? Let us know what you do spend it on. It would be good to know.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah, if you want to get involved in hacks and bodges, make sure you don't miss out the opportunity. You could win £100. It's a lot of fun. Let's keep the show going now. Blake, have you subscribed to GMBN?
I have, yes.
You
I have.
You have.
For 2
I
years.
have. If you're out there and you're watching this and you haven't, duh,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
Hit that
Subscribe.
club, yeah.
Subscribe, because we want you. We want you part of our gang. Want to reel you in and get you mountain biking, get you out on the trails.
Don't forget to hit the little bell so you get a notification every time we send out a video.
Absolutely. Right, it's time for the caption contest. Caption contest time. Your chance to win. Dun, 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 dun. GMBN
fresh
water
water
bottle.
bottle.
Nice from Camelback. Very cool.
Not that
Very
one,
cool.
though.
Blake, this week, of course, last week was this weird photo.
My pet elephant was showing me how to tie my shoelaces.
Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's got so strange on the caption contest
Yeah, it has,
photos.
hasn't
I
it?
don't know what's going on. We only had one kind of caption that really
Okay.
even had anything
Right,
to do with Earth or people or elephants.
Right.
And it came in from Rebecca, and it's it's cyclocross, not psychocross. Because you're getting ready for cyclocross.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway, Rebecca, it was a terrible caption photo. We
the
deserve
best
what
one.
we got. You're the winner. GMBN water bottle on its way to you.
Whee!
If you would like to win a GMBN water bottle, you can try like this. Oh man, we've got to get better at catching. We're terrible.
Oh wow, Jack, you are terrible, man. I'm gonna knock you out.
This week's caption contest, where you can also win a GMBN water bottle. There's a lot of this. This week's photo is coming from one of our viewers. We're going to use one of our viewers. It's from Tate. I want a caption for this photo, Blake. Look at this. Boom!
Oh wow, now that is cool.
Through the trees. Like, I got a caption
Yeah.
for that. I'm going to say, splitting the hairs.
Oh, now that is
That's
good.
quite a good one, isn't it? Splitting the hairs.
Timber!
Timber! Yeah, that's two good ones to beat. Can you beat them? Can you win this water bottle? This one right here. Put it in the captions down below in the comment section, and you're in the game. You're in the running. Good luck. Okay, let's have a look at what you guys have been saying on the channel this week. And this is interesting because you remember in Hacks and Bodges last week, right? We were looking at that chain whip made of a knife.
Oh yeah, no, that's
And
yeah.
we were saying, no, they're great though, because how did you ever get a cassette off the bike before you had a chain whip? What came first?
Chicken or the
cassette.
egg?
Yeah, so we were like, how'd you get it? But guess who got in touch? Alex Glasgow. Okay, so he's the teammate of Mark Beaumont from last week, who did his first mountain bike
Yeah.
race.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
guy who rode around the world faster than anybody ever has. Well,
Yep.
Alex is his experienced mountain biking friend. He's a great rider and very experienced. And he sent in a comment.
He sent in a
He
comment.
said, thanks for chatting about Mark and me riding and
You're
keeping
welcome.
their plans under wraps, because they've got big plans. But I have to disagree about the chain whip. right? He's saying, right, you don't need one. He cycle toured 25,000 kilometres in Africa when he was young. Whenever he needed to take the cassette off, which he had to do often, he'd take a shoelace off of his shoe and tie the cassette to the spokes on both sides of the wheel, holding it tight. And then he said you could just use a cassette extractor nut and whip it off.
Now that's coming
Brilliant.
from a man with a lot of experience.
A lot of experience. He's done it out on the road. It works. You don't need a chain whip after all.
What?
Done. Thank you,
That's
Alex.
a hack!
That's great. That's great. Alex, thanks for getting in touch and good luck with all those plans. It sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. Right, also on the channel this week, spotted by Cy Richardson. Check this out. This is a great bit of advice. I really think this is awesome, right? We should take this seriously. And Cy Richardson spotted it from GCN, so he knows what he's talking about. Look at this idea, look. Cycling Science put this tweet out saying, like, you can trust a medic called Dr. Hurt. Read this advice on using a hydration bladder, right, as in your backpack as an air splint when someone out on the trail's broken a bone.
Oh, no way, now that is
Isn't
clever.
that great? So when you hurt yourself, you've like broke a wrist or something or an ankle, it happens out on the trail all the time. You use your water bottle, you blow it up so it's like a big balloon, but got a bit of compliance in it. Put the limb in it, tape the limb into that, and then it keeps it nice and safe while you get off the trail. Clever, right? Cy Richardson, he's a genius.
He's
that
a
guy, for spotting
genius.
that stuff. Nice one.
What's coming up on the channel this week, Mr. Escher?
I
You
have
looking
no
forward to
idea.
anything?
I don't know. Tell me all about it.
Well, worst trail etiquette ever.
Oh no.
What not to do? What's the worst?
And who's doing that? Yeah, I thought so. That sounds about
There's
right.
a lot coming up on the channel,
Yeah.
so keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. Oh, what about the bench challenge? Is that happening?
Well, that might be happening, yes. One bench, one bike. Can you ride it as much as possible?
Oh, yes,
With
you
trials
can.
and tricks and
Bench, man. You can't
It's
beat
so
a bench
good.
for a bit of trials. Nice one. Great stuff coming up on the channel this week. Lots of bing bong. It's going to be exciting. Make sure you don't miss it. I love getting posts.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Yes, here we go. We've got some posts.
Whoa,
GMBN, 30 Monmouth Street, Bath, BA12AP. Send the stuff in. Right, here we go.
Here's the address.
There we are. Right, we have got letter here. Okay, dear, this is from Jack Washington. I'm sending this key ring because I really like watching your videos and I'm inspired to ride like you all, especially Blake. I made the key ring at school with laser cutter in my design and technology. My favourite video is when Martyn went to Whistler. It's also my favourite video.
It's my
and
favourite.
here is the
Look at
the
that.
key ring he made. Nice. Jack
GMBN.
Wrightson. Nice one, Jack. Bite. Bite. Bite.
What's that?
Here we go.
Whitey.
Nice. This is Neil's Jeff C. Drinkwater Park, Salford,
cased that.
Manchester.
He cased it.
Yeah, he has cased it. He has it. Testing new drive chain and burning off some mince pies. Fair play.
No, that's
Neil.
I like Whitey.
That's super nice.
That's
to
super
start.
nice.
Like it.
Super nice.
Next up. Whoa, bit
Oh,
of fatty.
I'm gonna give it straight
Bit
away.
of fatty in the snow. Wait. No, not yet. Not as super nice. This is Chris, Specialised Fat Boy, Davenport, Iowa. We had a light, fluffy snow, which is perfect for fat bike riding. Now, Blake, I just want to say, right, it's great. I love a fat bike, but it's so small in the picture, so tiny, so tiny.
He's trying to get
The perspective of the snow and the, go
No.
on then.
Nice.
Nice,
Fat bikes.
I don't know about that one, but
I
anyway.
like.
Whoa!
Okay, we've had 2 bikes. We said no.
Jesus.
There is 5 bikes.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I
Like-
mean, like he
How
couldn't
many?
pick
Is
this.
that one guy showing off his whole bike range?
Shane's Yeti SB5.
One from
okay,
the 2
so
from
we're
the
just
left.
looking at that specific bike now. Zooming in on the Yeti.
Can't.
George Washington National Forest, Virginia, USA. Shuttling
place.
with my friends on December 30th. Oh, I like that it's a group ride and they're all out having a good time, and it's an amazing view. It's an amazing view, Blake.
Super nice view.
I don't know if we can give a super nice to a
No.
shot with 5 bikes.
No,
There's
we-
5 bikes.
5 bikes.
5
We
bikes.
thought 2 was
Hell,
crazy.
It's nice.
5.
It's nice. And I would usually give that Yeti a super nice. Who's been doing the bike vault this week? Jack.
I think
did you
Jack,
do the bike
you
vault?
done the
this
bike
week?
vault?
There's multiple bikes in the bike vault.
You can't even know what are those bikes? I don't even know what they are.
Oh, this is also Shane. This is also Shane. Calm down. It's
Shane.
also
What
Shane.
are you doing, Shane?
Shane put in 2 photos. Fair enough. All right, still the same one. It's the Yeti. It's still nice.
Nice.
Okay, right. Next up, we have got
Oh. I thought that was an e-bike, but that's a Canyon.
Canyon Spectral
Yeah.
is Sam's Canyon
I
Spectral.
like that
It's in
little
Belgium,
sandwich
West-
box.
It's like a motorcycle tank, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really like it.
I like it. What are you going to give it, Martyn?
It's nice.
Oh, I was getting ready. That's
It's really nice.
It's nice.
So nice. I'd say it's super nice.
Yeah!
Whoa! Mateus's GT Sanction. It's big. It's orange. It's in Stockholm. It's super nice.
Yeah!
Curdin Specialized Epic
I like those
FSR
forks.
Rio Torch Edition.
Those
Rio
forks.
Torch. That's like a Special Olympics version. This
Oh
one.
yeah, look at that
Rio.
mud guard. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is in Wetzikon.
That's-
in Switzerland.
That's freezing there.
Or when he's tired, Switzerland. Yeah, I'd say that's
It's nice.
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 Expensive, but nice.
Very expensive.
Is it
eh?
more than that, actually?
Nah.
No, it's
Nice.
Oh, look at that fatty. That's driving
my
Blake.
God.
That's driving
Look,
Blake
and
mad.
it's
a Trek
snowing as
Farley,
well.
Ontario, Canada. That's all I've got. It's
super nice. I like
Love
that.
it, love it. You're well at the super nice.
Yeah.
This is Kerry's Common Cell Meta HT.
No, do you know what?
Tailor
No,
Part
that is
Orbit.
very nice. That is an absolute beast of a hardtail. Do anything, a bit like my nuke-proof Scout. I like that bike.
It starts with an S. It ends in an E. It's super nice.
Super nice.
We're out of the bike. Oh, man. Right, competition time. It's your chance to win a great bundle of WD-40 product. This is from their bike range. Of course, they're famous for their fantastic water displacement product, but this is their specific bike range, and it will take care of your bike all year round. 10 of you can win all of this. First off, we have got some... Oh, it's degreaser.
Oh, we've got bike cleaner.
Bike cleaner. We have got... This looks like a lube. It's a dry lube.
And we've got all lubricants.
And coming in at the end, we've got a wet lube. So you can win all of this. 10 of you. There's 10 packs of this all year round care package. So go to the link in the description down below. It's your chance to win. There's a lot there to win. Best of luck. And of course, you've still got a chance to win the nuke-proof jacket
And the jumper.
The jumper that you had. Very nice stuff. You've got 2 more days. So you can hit the link in the description down below for that as well if you like. Competitions galore.
Going mad. Look at that. We can clean the shed. Just like deodorant for the bikes. Whoa. Whoa.
That's really good fun. Thank you for watching
Yes.
this week's show.
It's been brilliant.
We're going
It
to go
smells
and...
so good in you.
Yeah, it's good. We've WD-40'd the whole place. Man. It smells fantastic. We are going to go and build a bike together.
Yes,
We're just
we
going
are.
to go off and build bikes. We're going to come up with our own brand and everything, just like the Athertons. You can stick with GMBN if you want. You can click here to see Blake's Snowdonia Epic, which was absolutely incredible. 2019 team changes just over there by
Yeah,
Blake.
click
Just
that.
like- yeah.
Don't forget to click the globe to subscribe because you missed it out.
Yeah, and give us a thumbs.
Give us a thumbs up, like.
See you next week.
Yeah.